Starting over with this game? The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survive through a tenuous alliance driving black destroyers called Dread deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðar vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Yeah, that's right. We're giants, I believe.
Komið skjótt! Komið í höfnina miklu! Gist ég leyfa oss að syngja?
I'm starting over because I kind of forget how to play this game and I, want the tutorials.
Hverfið á braut! Engan eigi ég hlut að máli þessu!
You arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Use R to pan around your surroundings. Press R3 plus R to zoom. And press A to continue. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue and the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. I'm guessing that ring. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Use L to choose a tile, then press A to confirm the move. Move your shield banger here and get him into attack range. Enemy tiles are red, and pulse if the enemy is in range. To target a nearby enemy, use your left stick and select the attack icon. Then press A to target the enemy. You can choose to either to attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon 2, 5 show the damage you will do to that stat. And his shield enemy raider is only 2, while his strength is 5. Shield wall, +1 armor to adjacent allies. And self, run through enemies doing armor break damage, then hit the target from behind. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. Okay. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. This enemy only has 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Use the left stick and select the fist to attack strength, then press A to confirm. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turn always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Despite being full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Now it's your warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies. But all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By moving on gold tiles, a unit can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower. And where's my willpower? That's the real question. Red pulse tiles beneath enemies show how close you are to get in range. Move your warhawk. Okay, there's my willpower. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Your unit menu combat options include move, ability, attack, and end turn. Use the dot to activate the purple ability icon now. The ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Use that and that. Tempest Strike, enemies, spin attack. Rank 1, normal strength. Damage to 2 adjacent enemies, going clockwise. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only 1 enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Use it to begin the attack. I don't know what that did right there, but...
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. Yeah. Man, I wish I could get that done correctly. But, oh well. It is what it is. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Elec, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Urban, isn't it? It is. I'm just here for the tithe. What do you want? The governor tells me you've been giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic around here, Eric. What did you have in mind? I didn't exactly agree. It's been worse. We've got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Scaflings, you didn't hack up... Scaflings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Use L or RB, LB and RB, to highlight the market tent. Press A to visit the merchant. Is that our only area that we can actually select? Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvas flap on a briefly current, or a briny current. One man in particular branches as you approach. Blanches at you as you approach. Geez, Zoe. Had. I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The scaffolding's cheats and bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you at this time. They don't talk to me. Eric needs some help? I don't have the patience for this. I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Had sweats visibly fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? If you toss a sliver of silver on the table, both men look at you with surprise. Had gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman, up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Good enough. Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought 'em while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. No reason. They look good. Better than an eggplant. Good enough. Goes off and look at more stalls. Eric, the man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be scuffling. If they're licking their wounds, they're probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall. Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have to have an approach of some sort? Where is this place again? After I'm done here. What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Mead house, mead house. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valigard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get it over with. You're walking through the front door. I'd rather sit this one out. Let's get this over with. That's the spirit. Says Vulgard. Here we go. Vulgar's boots. The front door opened so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed drunken scofflings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. I was hoping for more of a fight than this. Stone wall, +1 armor, adjacent allies itself. Attack. Rally. What does rally do? It's not telling me what the rally will do. Really? He's not down yet? Can't do anything. Blocks damage and strength armor for 1 round. Thug swordsman, he has 4. So that will take. Rally gives willpower to anybody in range. Gives 2 willpower to any ally in range. That's not really that great. And he has 5. It's still gonna be a waste. Guess I won't do that then. Oh, nice. Dang. Ouch, he's starting to hurt. Dang. Still can't do it. Oh. That was fancy. Yay! Tempered by... Okay. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well. Wagner. Next our Varl kinship. Last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guess. See what I deal with all day long. All things makes a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there's no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? No, Eric, I've done enough already. What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Vulgard hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go meet the new arrivals down at the docks. Wagner, a familiar Varl, steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall his much younger version trampling the halls of Grufheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Urban, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And there is Wagner. There must be Hakan. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old yaks. At what age do you lose the sense of shame? Jotnar demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grafheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Obrang, in fact, and glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf? The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin? Don't you know Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grafheim? I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What's he trying to say? Is the prince is a delight to behold. There. Where is Mogha? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Mogha. See you in the morning, Scrivener. 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 I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He bustles off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of a boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grafheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of Governor's men at the Grey Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Use the left stick and LB and RB to highlight a talk icon. Then press A to converse with the hero. Scrivener! You find Hakon in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. We went straight for the flogging. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year, I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year, it's the human settlements that give me trouble. That's because we don't like taxes. No surprise, what this time? When I got to the Great Hall, it was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Huh. Humans, I guess, have only lived as long as a yak's fart. I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon lets slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting the swath through dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grufheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Let's check out that prince. Is this the right place? You find a prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl, who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're with Wagner? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back at Grufheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king carrying ties to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Just to introduce myself. I hope to learn more about you. I have avid recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. A viral historian. Aha! Don't you already know? The king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it throughout the cities. I've been on the road a while, I'm afraid. Ludin takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you aren't certain. Maybe both. A formality, mostly. Wagner came to our capital of Oberang, and now we go to Varl's capital of Grufheim to cement this grand alliance for the next age of men and Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it. And it's damned cold up here. You get the sense of he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Show me! Any place to go to now? It's the Great Hall! At dawn, you awaken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell if the sun never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mod surprise, you wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Hey. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Saga steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy and courage of warriors. You know him only in passing. Yes, if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Grogner, Saga, and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates will be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think? And off we go! 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 Hey, hey, hey! And off we go! And off we go! And off we go! And I wish I could get this perfectly done right. But always, and off we go, and off we go. And that automatically does it. And off we go. 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 Hey! 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 Eh. Can't really do anything about that. Oh well. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Maga, cracking open mead casks from our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter, and the mead is passed throughout the camp. Drink a little. Drink a lot. Drink a little. Drink a lot. Toast to Wagner. Toast to Wagner. Toast to Wagner. Toast to Wagner. Hey! 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 Toast to Wagner. Toast to Wagner. Toast to Wagner. Maybe that's the trick. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Nope. Turn it down a little bit. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know. We're trying to get it worked out. I want it so I don't have to worry about it clipping all the time. Drink a lot. Yeah. It's not often as you get a chance to relax on the road. The odds of something happening to the treasure cart is low, especially in this company, so you take advantage. You rise groggily. The campsite, a casualty of merriment. Grogner is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up. You nudge Wagner. You're needed. And here we go. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ha! Ha! Still doesn't matter with that one. We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you a map. This is the map of the world. You can explore by panning R stick and zooming with R and back out. Okay. The location of the caravan is indicated here by Euban's icon. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map anytime selecting locations with the LB, RB, or the left stick. And press A for more information. A for more information. Seahorn. Roughly halfway between Arbrang and Strand, the Seahorn stands not just one of the dredge warning towers, but soon doubled as the lighthouse. When heavy trade between the two cities found many longships washing up alongside the hidden stones and rocky bluffs jutting out into the vast. Shiver Rock. When you're finished researching the world map, press B to return to travel or to camp. To the north of Ridgehorn, two long mountains rise out of the vast like icy spines. To their alarm, Varl stationed in Ridgehorn would frequently dredge appearing on the rocks, somehow emerging from below. Fortunately, the dredge cannot swim, and while you are a reminder to remain vigilant, they pose no meaningful threat. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim is far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skymerstead? These names. What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skyrmstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge, prince, dredge, and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through the nose a poor disguise of his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You're looking for a tall cliff to hop off, too. Luden's got a shorter wick than Khan. Thanks, Wagner. Well, let's get moving. Have a day to Birdfell, if we're lucky. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping camp button on the travel HUD. While the camp is in town, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve your caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to go back on the road. But can I save? Select the hero's tent. Use the D-pad and A to select a unit, view stats, promote ranks, and learn about abilities. Use the D-pad and A to select an ability to learn about the unit's abilities. Bring the pain. Rank 1. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for an armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability, returning favor to return even more break damage for one turn. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. Normal break attack and +1 to return the favor. Rank 2, break attack +1 and the +2 to return the favor. Rank 3, break attack +2 and +3 to return the favor. Okay. So what do I got here? Said I had points. I don't understand. I can promote this guy. Promotion! The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles and start a journey down the path to legend. Higher stats increase your item rank. Confirm. Hey, I got 2 points. Exertion. The amount of willpower you can use at any given action. Break. The amount of direct damage you can naturally do to an armor's enemy. Blah, blah, blah. I kind of like... Put one in there and one in there. Sure, that's... Oh, okay, this is their rank. Their promotional rank. Okay. Got it. What is this? Okay. We'll do the leave. See what happens.
Weatherfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
By Haddenbog, that's a lot of Varl for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until he sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have all the cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boys seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scaffoldings out there. Maybe. Could they have Varl working on for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. Peasant spits his eyes anxiously, darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of. Shut up. Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakan takes off at a run. Pressing A on any tile will automatically make a path. But you can also set waypoints. Press X to make a waypoint. A waypoint path is useful when you need to avoid certain tiles. Press A to finish moving. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Press to compare your stats with the enemy. Yikes. Target this enemy and attack using A. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there's a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance the hit shown above. Yep. Deflected attacks do no damage, but here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor equally is important. Bring it. Sundering Pin added strength and armor to damage to adjacent enemies. Sundering Impact added strength and armor damage to target. And, strike against enemies with a spin attack. Can't do that from that far away. Breaks an enemy's armor and punishes enemies for retaliating. Ah, dang it. So maybe I do to forget. Dick. Come get some. Ouch. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Shield Master. Defeat an enemy with a Shield Master. Defeat an enemy with a shield or War Master. Promotion. Tempered by blood pain. You trying to get yourself killed, Luden? What are you doing? I was trying, trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy. What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakan goes to where Vognar lies face down. The future Varl king lies motionless, aside from the spreading pool of blood. Vagnar's dead. Where did that thing come from? Shh, stay close. I think it saw us. Deployment happens before battle. Select your units, Rook and Elite, and deploy them within blue squares using and then Y to start the battle. Alrighty. Select a unit and see their abilities. Dredge. Splinter. +3 arm damage to Dredge causes 1 arm damage to Chain and all adjacent Dredge. Tremble. Scourge uses a weapon to summon an ally to the battlefield. Ouch. Bonus strength damage when stationary. Thread the needle hits all units between the archer and the target, doing bonus armor break damage. Move through allies. Mark prey. Does armor break damage all allies within the range. Attack can be marked target. Dang it, that don't work. Thread the needle. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. Dang it. Then you got 4. Dang it. Dang, it sucks. Can't do that. That was too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot more harder than that. Beat an enemy with an eagle eye. Was that a dredge? Elite looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the yaks bolted, you spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glanced in that that direction. All that food. That's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. Forget the supplies. Let's get back to Saga. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. Do you think we can handle more? I'm going to say let's hurry and get it. I can see them in the trees. Are you sure about this? No. To be quick. Elite calms the yaks while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. The colossal figures slowly recede into the distance. Yay! Supplies. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of your screen. Most towns will have supplies to sell, as well as a few items. So does that mean 3 days then? Days, yep. Renown, days of supplies. Oh, 17 days of supplies.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
And now we got the red banner. Okay, I'm starting to really like this, and I'm tempted to automatically pick up Banner Saga 3 when it comes out. Ivor! The enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster. Thought you'd be tomorrow. There we go. Dredge everywhere. Dredge? How did they get through? Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it! They'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams. From the outskirts, people are running toward the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of your older boys in his group of fighters. Iga, take a let to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather as many people as you can. Come on, Allet. No, wait. I want to help. Go with Allet, Elliot. Let them fight ever. Why not invite some ghosts to join us too? You're asking for dead kids. I won't let anything to happen to her. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Huh. There you go. Keep your shields up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside. Then we figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Okay. That's day 4, 1932. Okay. I think we'll call it a night there. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this. I didn't give it I guess enough chance at first, but this is really getting good. Anyway, for all that anybody that watched, I don't believe anybody did, but for all that did watch, thanks, and I might continue on with this for a while.